concept sketches to narrow down to 3 designs and do orthographic views of those. Front, side, top, at least. At least 3 orthographic views, front, side, top. Okay? Because we're going to take those sketches, those images, we're going to bring them into SolidWorks and use those as the background image over which you trace and build your geometry. Yeah? I'm going to talk about sort of the pros and philosophies of SolidWorks here. Show just a brief thing talking about dimensioning strategy, and then you guys can go work on your what did I just say? Orthographics. And then Thursday we'll do a little bit more in detail. SolidWorks, okay? Cool. All right. So a couple of things. Background. SolidWorks. What we call a parametric hybrid modeler. Anybody want to take a guess what that means? No guesses?
It like works in a plane.
What?
It works like in a plane system. Bigger than planes.
It does, but not always. All right, I'll give you the answer again. So parametric means that the program itself is driven by relationships. Every piece of geometry you build can be guided by a relationship to another piece of geometry. And then as that first piece of geometry changes, so should the second piece of geometry with building relationships. Correct? Para, meaning many, or variable metrics, numbers, things that guide things. Hybrid modeler in that it is both a surface and a solid model. So when you get into more complicated projects, you can work back and forth between the two, do some surfacing functions, and also do some solid functions. Our end goal is usually 90% of the time is to get your model into a solid state. The model as a solid. So we're always going to work towards that goal because with a solid, a true solid, you actually have true manufacturing data on it. A surface, when I say surface, you know what that means when it comes to CAD?
You're talking about 2D, 3D.
No.
Surfacing is just like the outer part, it doesn't have any like dimensions.
Exactly. A surface is like a skin. It's a mathematical representation of a surface. By definition, it's a zero thickness entity. So you can see the skin, you do something, but you can't do any like mass calculations with it, or figure out where the center of gravity is on a piece, or do some load testing, interference detection, that sort of thing. The advantage of surfaces is that when you want to typically allows you to do a lot more complex surfacing. Like you look at cars, right? Car body surfaces, that's all developed first as a surface. Industry standard for them is. And then it's turned, and then once they have all that complex surfacing set, then they have things to it in terms of an actual sheet. As opposed to a surface or a solid model, which with the steps that you guys have been using, which is everything essentially has a thickness to it, right? It has mass. And so you use that. Typically, that's our name. So anyway, so SolidWorks can do both. That means it's a very powerful piece of software, but it can also be an extremely frustrating piece of software. Right? Who here has you guys done some modeling and you made a change, the entire feature tree, this whole thing's turned red. Who's been there? That's it? I have been there more times than you have. I've been using SolidWorks since 1997. I know the program pretty darn well, and I still butt heads with it sometimes. So the point there is, man, you get a little frustrated. It's okay. We can work through it. I can help you. All right. Now, the trick to getting good results is knowing where you want to go. Jumping into the computer with having no idea what you want to get out of it, you kind of set yourself up for failure. So the best thing you can do, let me turn it into the question. What's the best piece of technology, the best companion that you can have with you when you're modeling the CAD? What do you always want there at the computer by your side? Yes. What? Drawings? Physical model? Did I hear something else? Yeah, all those are good. But I would say your sketchbook. Always have your sketchbook with you. If you're not sure how to model something, try to sketch it out. If you can sketch it, you can model it. Another way to put it is model it the way that you would sketch it. So think about some of the getting into complex forms. Showing how to sketch a sketching class, right? So we do ribs and stringers type of techniques. We talked about that. Develop the form. We did cross section and link them together. How much you got something? Yeah. Same way that you approach it in a computer. So, first piece of advice: model it like you would sketch it. Second piece of advice: model it like you would actually build it. It would be manufactured. You have multiple parts, model it as multiple parts, and reassemble them together. All right, so that's good. Get back, insert the regular, have a plan of where you want to go. So you have to sit down at the computer with your drawings, with a model. A physical model is even better, so you can see it, you can touch it, you can feel it. But you always want to have an idea of where you want to go. If you get to the point where you're stuck and you're not sure, that's when you break out your sketchbook and think, okay, where am I going to go next? What am I going to do with this? That will save you much frustration on a computer and prevent the flow of tears. Trust me. Okay, that's some very basic stuff. SolidWorks creates a series of features. Features all that like too long, right? Features are driven by sketches. Sketches have loose geometry, whether it's circles, squares, lines, and all that stuff together. So you've got a piece of geometry, you create it to a solid. Second piece of advice: always fully constrain your sketches as far as you can. In other words, turn those blue sketch entities black. The reason for that is entities that are blue are undefined or underdefined, which means they can move. Right? The more something is allowed to move, there's a greater chance that as you get farther down in the modeler, come back in early future you want to make a change, that then will update the way that you didn't plan. So turn all your sketch geometry black as much as you can. It ensures that you have control over your model and not the computer. Make sense? Now, I say that with one little caveat. Never ever use the fix command. Never ever fix geometry in space. Because then you've actually lost control. You're saying it's going to be this way over here, and never ever going to move regardless of what I do. So never use the fix tool. Dimension things, snap things, use some structural geometry, but never ever fix geometry in place. Okay? Use the origin. Use the default planes as much as you can. They're there for a reason, and it'll save you a lot of headache and heartache further down the road. The vast majority of products that you'll design will have some degree of symmetry to them. Left-right symmetry, top, bottom, or front and back symmetry. Or close to it, close enough that you can begin to model a symmetric piece. If that's the case, set that model up to be symmetric across one of the default planes at the very beginning of your modeling process. But again, it'll save you a lot of headache, a lot of trouble further down the road. Use those things in there. All right. We'll talk about some of these later on Thursday. Last thing, keep going down with the parts. Name the features and the sketches in your feature tree. All this stuff over here, give it a name. Like this first sketch, I gave it a name. And guess that's why you want to do that? To what?
More organized and you can like find stuff too.
Exactly. More organized, but here's something else. When you've got like 2 or 3 features, it's easy to find something. When you build a complex model and you start getting 10, 15, or 1,000 features in a very complex model, you need to go back and change something. You gotta go, oh, that one sketch that controls that thing. You got to go through every little feature. Expand the sketch, and you go out and try to find it. It becomes very, very hard, and you waste time searching through your model. So name everything. Name everything on creation. Makes your life a lot simpler later on. All right. Any questions so far? Just some general tips, tricks, guides to get you started. Okay. So the last thing we talked about today is dimensioning strategy. Oh, by the way, look at the back of your sheet. I give some lists of some good SolidWorks references. If you get stuck, you need help, and no one's around, these are really good places to go. Solidworks.com, the first place to go to is the SolidWorks tutorials and help menu. SolidWorks actually has a good help menu up here. If you kind of know the term you're looking for, right? How do I use this tool? What is this? If you don't know what you're looking for, you may be searching around here for a while. But if you know the name of the term of the thing you're trying to do, like, oh, I forgot how to make a loft. How do I do that? Go to the help menu and search for loft. It's very thorough. It's very good. The tutorials. Here, resources. Tutorials. Lot of good tutorials in here. Again, if you forget how to do something, or you're going to try something a little more advanced, you know how to do it, really good tutorials. I still like going through, I suggest going through all the basic techniques and the advanced techniques. Right? To do all of them will take a couple of hours. But you can just go through, pick them out one by one to get a little bit of refresh. Okay, so that's it. So anyway, two good avenues of help without actually leaving the program itself. Third one, product design forums, is forums. And that's typically where I go when I encounter something that I've got struggles. That's a user forum with a wide variety of topic areas. It's not a solid specific thing. There's a lot of other computer programs on there. There's a lot of also just sketching advice and things like that. It's a good place to go. It's productdesignforums.com. Go in there, search for SolidWorks, and you get a whole bunch of threads. You do have to sign up to be a member, but it's free, and that's a good place. 3D Content Central is an online bank of hardware, and parts, and things like that you can download their SolidWorks models. So if you're doing a complex model and say you need a gear or you need a lever or something like that, that website has them. You download them and import right in your model. Because we don't always need to design. We're not here to design gears and electrical motors necessarily. That's the electrical engineering part. But we need to incorporate that in our design. And so, almost all the design work we will do will incorporate some type of off-the-shelf engineered part. That's a good place to go get some. Rob Rodriguez is kind of a SolidWorks guru, so you can get his website. So is Matt Lombard, those two. Matt. No, that's not true. Okay, yeah, no, the two of those are both kind of SolidWorks gurus. Solid Smack is another, it's a blog. Used to be SolidWorks focused, but now it's a company with a lot more 3D models. It's a good place to go. And then the last thing, Google, YouTube, and you got Linda. If you're still stuck, you can just Google for help. There's lots of good videos available. So there's lots of help for you here, right? You need some help. But I always start inside the program, quick tutorial, help menu. If you still need more, then go outside the program. Some of these resources, those are good ones. Ones I use often. Okay. Dimensioning strategy. Okay. So what I have here is an example of the first one on that. Where I've dimensioned the inside diameter and the outside diameter of a very basic ring. So the wearing band. Just nomenclature, ID stands for interior dimension, OD stands for outside dimension. You see that nomenclature. As opposed to Lean back. Not it. Okay. First of all, you notice that I'm starting a ring. As I mentioned, I've used my default planes here. You see that in our front, in our right, and our top planes, the three basic planes, 1, 2, 3. Right. By the way, very handy feature. Anything that you roll over in the feature tree gets highlighted in the graphics window. So, and you also notice this. If you roll over a feature, you get those blue arrows. They're showing you what previous features are driving that current feature. So, pay note of that. If you ever have to go edit a piece of geometry, and you're wondering, okay, what is driving this? Or conversely, if I make a change to something farther up the feature tree, is it going to blow up stuff down? You roll over that, and the blue arrows will show you A, what's affecting it, and B, what it is affecting further down. So you always want to check that before you start going in and messing with stuff, to make sure that you don't inadvertently screw something up farther down the line. Make sense? Very, very handy thing. This was new in 2016 or 15. Very handy. All right, so, but you notice what I did, right? So this is drawn on the front plane. And the center of the ring is right at the origin. It's right there. Right, you see the origin there. This is smart. Why?
If you build around the origin, it'd be easier to make it symmetrical.
Exactly. This is a basic ring, right? It's symmetric in three ways, right? Vertically, horizontally, and in depth. But just assume we're just doing basic, super basic band. Okay? So, I use that. Right? There's my origin. And I use that as the center in which to start a circle. Right? Easy. It's like in place. You know, circles, bands, and stuff. Super easy. Model it symmetrically. Always use your thing. Now, okay. So you notice that the two outer bands are completely black. Right? That's good. That's what we want to do. We want to turn this stuff black. We want to have full control. My inner ring is still blue. And so if I click on it and start dragging it, I can change its shape. Right? I can change its size. Can't change its shape. I can change its size. But the ones that are black, I can't drag. Now, you may not know what the exact diameter of the ring needs to be. That's okay. So we can always go back and change it later. Right? So, let me just do this one. By the way, if anybody's curious, I'm running this on Mac using Bootcamp. Bootcamp moves up the Windows and running from there. Okay, so, all right, so we've got this. Then I have to mention the inner diameter and the outer diameter of the ring. And from here, I can create my first bit of geometry. Extrude. Okay. Again, let's think about this. Right? We want our ring to be symmetric. Left, right, top, bottom, and front to back. Under here, when we do an extrusion under here, this first box, it says line. That's what it does by default. Line means it's going to extrude a certain direction to a very specific depth. You give it a length. In this case, let's say, let's call it 2 millimeters. Maybe bigger than So I've lost that degree of symmetry as it relates to the default planes. So the temptation would be to go back and delete that and start over again. Tip number 3, don't delete, edit. Never delete, edit, as much as you can. So I'm going to go back here to Boss Extrude, I'm going to right click. I'm going to go down to, or up here, edit feature. Okay. Now I'm back into my extrude dialog box. Under line, there's this great extrude definition called midline. There are many other things. So for the surface, you can define the endpoint of your extrusion in many ways. But for this, it'll be a little simple. Midplane. What midplane does, you see here, is that it extrudes in both directions at once. And what you do, and so here your number represents the overall thickness. So again, so this is the easiest way to maintain symmetry in your models. You use a midplane extrusion rather than a blind one way and try to go back the other way. The blind one way, figure out half it is, and you know half of the overall is. We go back another way at the same amount. It takes another step. Midplane, one of the greatest tools you can have, extrude both ways at once. So you just do that. Same thickness, 5. And there it is. And now, see my ring is symmetric across that front one, right? Front to back. Easy. Okay? So, tip 4, midplane is your friend. Okay, so now, I'm going to go back. Okay, and I'm going to name this right away. Ring body. Okay, so we've got it named. And I named the sketch band. So again, always going to have it naming these things. So you can find it back there. All right, now, last thing I want to talk about, dimensioning strategy. So here we are. Okay. Dimension the inside diameter and the outside diameter, right? Makes sense, right? You know what the inside is, you know what the outside is. And so I have a band thickness of what? Do your math. What's the thickness of the band? Wrong. Try again. It's not 2. 1. Don't believe me? Right, it's 1.
Is that because this one in the middle?
Yeah, that's the diameter, right? Those 2 dimension diameter, just with this symbol here, it means diameter, yeah. So it's dimensioning, not from, that's not a radius, diameter. Okay. So the thickness is 1. Okay. Now let's say, fine, that's great. 10 millimeter thick. Our interior diameter is good. About a millimeter thickness, we get this, that's good. Go ahead and manually print it and we find out. Can't get over my number. So we gotta make it a little bit bigger. So let's say I gotta add a millimeter to it. Alright? So when you come back in here, let's make that 11. What happened? Yeah, the thickness of my band got a lot thicker. Why is that?
Is there a relation?
Because what?
Too long, not a relation.
What is the relation?
You can grow one, get that out straight, to keep the 12 outer one.
Your outside diameter is still long to that position, but your inside diameter changed.
Right.
So it means it's long.
Yeah. You guys are both right. So my dimensioning strategy when I started this was to define my inner and my outer diameter. So if one changes, the other will not. Like if we make this even bigger, say, and fits fine in my finger, but I want to put it on, let's say, some football player's finger, too big, meaty thing, so it's got to be, that thing's got to be 14 millimeters inside diameter. Now all of a sudden, what was my inside diameter is now my outside diameter because my other dimension didn't change. Right? I mean, this is all kind of basic, almost stupidly basic. So this is what I talk about dimension strategy to think about this. So if we go back a little bit and say, so what I've done, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm saying I'm controlling my inner diameter, my outer diameter, and I'm leaving my thickness of the band up to chance, right? But generally, design we want to say is, okay, now I want to maintain the thickness of this thing, but vary the size until I get a good fit. So in that case, what I would do is instead of dimensioning the outer dimension, let's go ahead and do that. Make him driving. By the way, did Wayne just talk to you about the difference between driving and driven dimensions? Talk about that at all? Okay. Luke, I heard yes. One person paid attention? All right, excellent. Okay, so now my strategy has changed, right? Now I'm still controlling the inner diameter, but now I'm controlling the thickness of it rather than my outside diameter. So in that case, so if I were to change this, say, okay, I need that football player, so I need a 14 millimeter thing. All right, it grows. But you notice that the outer piece of geometry grows with that dimension, right? Because in this case, I pulled it to maintain that 1 millimeter thickness. Make sense? Well,
Wait, how did you tell it to maintain the 1 millimeter?
by dimensioning. See the one up there?
What's not already mentioned before?
It was a driven dimension. It was grayed out. It was a controlling. So the difference is now is that I've made that a driving dimension. So dimensions that are black are driving. They're controlling the geometry. Dimensions that are gray are driven, or they're just reference dimensions. They're not controlling anything. They're just telling me the state of stuff. So, for instance, if I were to put a dimension my outer diameter. Like that. Make this driven. You see, it's gray. So it's not controlling everything, it's just giving me feedback on what size it is. So this time I can go back and I can change this, maybe let's say 13 millimeters. Right? So maintain the thickness, now my inner diameter is 13, and my outer diameter has shrunk accordingly. Okay? So, this seems very, very basic, and it is. But this is one of those little things to really understand and master to set up your model in the very first place such that you have control of it. Right? You don't ever want to lose control of your model and let the computer take control. You want to be the boss. You want to have control. So think about it. What is most important? Is it control the outer diameter or the thickness of your ring? Up to you, but it's probably the thickness. Why am I not questioning the inner diameter? Because what?
You can keep changing that to fit wherever you need it to.
Right. But there you go. What, fits. Everybody check the size, measure the size of there, did that? You came up with a number, right? That is that inside diameter. Right? So that is information from the real world that controls the size of things, right? That sizing thing controls the size of the rings that you get. Guys, hints, start dating. Learn the ring size when you can. It's good stuff. Anyway. Have that piece of information. And that is my major control dimension. Right? My design, it's up to me as a designer to determine how thick I want this. But chances are, is that the thickness is gonna be a lot more important than establishing the thickness than the outer diameter. Make sense? Because I can go back and I can change the size accordingly. Why would that be important in doing this ring? You know the size of your finger. It's always gonna fit, right? Your 3D prints will never come out exactly the size that you intend. So after you do that first round of printing, you may have to do some tweaking. You may have to make that down a little bit larger or a little bit smaller. And it's a lot easier to go back and just say, okay, well, that was a little too big, I'm gonna take this down to 12 millimeters. Right, and everything updates. I got it. I don't have to make any more change. Or vice versa. If it's too small, we can scale it up a little bit. You don't have to change one dimension rather than trying to change 3 or 4. Make sense?
If it prints, say, too small, or like normally consistent, but it will again print too small. So like if you go up, it'll be a little bit smaller than one dimension if you give it a new one.
If you use the same term.
Yes.
You can vary a little bit. There's a tolerance in there that it has a lot to do with how fast it is down material, how thick of the material line is doing, whether that will exactly match the dimension of your model is unlikely. You will have to do some tweaking, and so you want to set it up so that you can do some tweaking. All right? Very basic. Any questions on that? Finish closing that out. And I still have my ring. Right? So the idea is I go back in here and I go, let's move it up, let's make it small and that's trying to fingers. Right? So that's an easy, see, it's an easy edit to do. Just change the one dimension, my size, and the rest of the ring updates with the pen.
When you made the 1 millimeter driving dimension, did that automatically take away the outer dimension?
No. Good question. And here's where you do have to be careful. So that's a good question. So you see how this, so right here, the 10 is grayed out, right? Because it's a driven to reference image. You can change that by clicking on the, not the numerical value itself. So that always opens up the clicking on the width size. You come over here to the dimension dialog box in the feature tree. You go under other, and the very last thing here is options. It's a driven, see the driven box, and it's checked. To make a dimension drive in, to give it control, you simply uncheck that. Now what's happening? Done in low level. Right, everything's turned yellow. I've got some warning over here. This says over defined. It's yelling at me like, ah. What's happening here?
Look at this 2D.
Do what?
It's like 2D screen.
Right. There's too many pieces of information acting on it now, right? I have 2 dimensions. The one that representing the thickness and the 10 overall, trying to control the exact same thing. Right? It's yellow. Right now, everything is actually the right size, and it's yellow, so it just means you can't solve it. Let's say I were to change this to, well, I can't change it. So it's over-defined. The other trick in defining is you want to fully define everything, but you want to use as little information as possible to completely define your piece of geometry. Right? So something's got to give, right? One of those has to give up control. It's like, parents are scolding you, and one's telling you one thing, and one's telling you the other. You don't know who to believe. Let's think of it that way. 2 parents, different pieces of information. Somebody's got to give. So in this case, I can go back to over 1, other, may get driven, and see now it's gray. We're back at harmony again. Except that's not the strategy that I want, the intent that I want to make. That's driven. This guy, driving, man, here we go. Make that change. Fine. Good. Right, so that's my intent. That's my design intent. I want the size to be able to change a little bit We'll be able to change that one dimension, which is the sizing, and have everything else updated with it, right? So I can test, print some rings, test them, and make sure they fit.
Yeah, we have here, you just make 2 circles.
2 circles, that's it. That's it. Basically.
Just really quickly, how do you define them again?
How do I define what?
How do you define it outside and then inside dimension? So how do you make it black and then the inside blue? Sorry, just real quick.
All right, so how do I fully define this? Let's do this, let's start from here. Go away. Okay, so I started with 2 circles. And I started them by creating a circle, starting at my origin, creating a circle outward from that. Now, if I click on the center of that, I can't drag it around. See, it gives me that little box that cannot drag. The selected item is fixed. Remember I mentioned, I said you never ever want to fix it. You never want to do that. It's an add-fix relationship. But in other words, the center of it is snap. So I know that because I can with my mouse grab the outside of the circle and drag it. You see, I can change the size of it, but its position doesn't change. So the same thing is happening here, right? I just threw out 2 representative circles, and they're, because I started from the origin and went out, right? They're snapped. The center of them snapped at the origin, but the diameter is up to interpretation. And that's where I need to define it. So I go to Smart Dimension, select the thing, right? So I have 10 millimeter dimension on that. Right? And now you see that the outer one is still blue, still undefined. And what I want to do is define the thickness of it, not necessarily the actual outer dimension. And so I select the first circle and then select the second. That lets me dimension between the 2. In this case, we're on 1 millimeter thickness.
Okay, thank you.
And then, if I just want to verify what the outer dimension is, I can click this and see by default it wants to put a diameter dimension and drop it. Because using the inner diameter and then the thickness, I've already defined what that is. This box pops up and tells me you're about to define this, you sure you want to do it? And so what I say is, okay, I want to make this dimension driven so that it's gray. Right? It's not actually controlling anything, it's just telling me what it is. The black dimensions are the ones controlling it. So that's how I dimension
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Other questions?
Right, so right now, is there 1 or 10 diamonds? Is there
Yes.
plus black?
Right. The 12 is just gray, it's just a reference. It's telling me what that measurement is, but it's not controlling that measurement.
So at what point can you have a certain number of things driving and then 1 more would be overdriven?
If all the geometry is black, you add another dimension, most likely it's going to overfire. Or you add a relationship where you do this. Make sense? Any questions? All right. Seeing none, which is basic lesson for today. You mentioned